All right, good morning, everybody. I'd like to give a demo of the online portal, like Stephen said. Before I begin with the demonstration, I just want to let everybody know this is kind of a preview of the portal. All the instructions, everything you need to know to access the portal, to use it, we're going to have a web page available next week that you can reference. So don't feel like you need to memorize these links, all the steps, or anything like right here. This is just essentially a preview of what the portal looks like and how to complete an application. As Stephen said, the online portal will open up next Wednesday at 9 a.m. The first step for everybody involved is going to be to complete the registration form. This gets you access to the portal so you can submit one or more projects. You only need to complete this registration process one time. It's a very simple registration form. Just ask for name, email address, phone number, organization, so basic contact information. Everything you see here on the registration form is required. And then, of course, we ask you to create a password. So you're going to use a combination of the email address that you provide with the password you create here to log in and access the project submission portal. And again, all these links, everything here will be made available to you on a website, on a web page next week. Once you complete the registration form, you'll receive a confirmation email that'll also include all the links and information that you need to get started. And then the next step after we've completed the registration form is to log into the portal. If you ever have any trouble with your password, you've forgotten it or need to update it or change it, on the login form we have a self-service password, reset password form that you can use. Once we log into the portal, you'll see a few things here. If this is your first time logging into the portal, you'll want to get started with an application with this begin application. This will begin the project submission process for you. The portal does allow you to start, save your progress, and resume your project submission at any time. So when you log into the portal, if you have any previously submitted or in progress project submissions, you'll see them listed here in the portal, along with a status to let you know, have you submitted this project yet? And if you have submitted it previously, you'll be able to download a PDF copy for your records. Now what I'll do now is begin a new submission. The submission form consists of 8 pages.
Anyway,
Begins with the project information section. Everything that you see listed on the form will be required unless it's specified otherwise. So for example, if we look at the project information section, we see that question 3A asks for a file upload, but we do see that this one is optional. So any optional fields will be labeled clearly. And like I mentioned, you can save your progress at any time on a project submission. And if we've saved one and we want to resume work on a submission, again, we can return to the portal and we can see that for my test project here, it has not been submitted, so I do need to come in and complete and submit it. And this will resume where we last left off. The second page will be the supplemental information section. Some questions will be conditional, so if you say yes or no to a question, you'll have to answer a follow-up question, and this could change depending on the answer that you provide. The remaining pages cover each of the individual 5 RTP goals. And these all follow the same format where you have to identify, does your project accomplish this goal, yes or no? And then if it does, identify one of the 3 checkboxes. You can do 1 or more. And then we provide either that narrative or a data upload. And again, either one is required. And then this process repeats itself for the remaining 4 goals. There is one difference I'd like to point out here on the second goal, the state of good repair. This is the road and bridge condition form that was mentioned earlier in the presentation. If your project does help achieve the state of good repair on roads and bridges, if we do check this second box here, we do have the option to upload this road and bridge condition form as your data submission for this RTP goal. And again, you can save your progress at any time. Anytime you use any of these action buttons down here, you go forward or back or save or return to the portal, the system will automatically save your progress so you do not lose your work. So here I'm on page 5, I could return to the portal. And if I resume, I'm back on page 5 where I left off. And I'll jump to the last page of the application. This is kind of your review and submit. This gives you an overall view of your progress of the application. All sections must be completed before you can submit your application to ensure that we get complete and full applications. This will give you a status of each section, whether it's completed, yes or no, whether you've responded to all of the questions presented to you. And this also gives you links to jump back to a specific section if you see one that is not completed yet that you need to complete before you submit. So if I need to go back to the project information section, click on the link, and it takes me back to that section. It will also identify if you are missing any information, which fields you're missing, to give you an idea of what you need to complete to submit this application. Once you submit a completed application, you will see a confirmation page and you will get a confirmation email for this project submission. Also attached to that email will be a PDF copy of your completed application. And again, after you've completed one, you'll be able to re-download that PDF copy if you can't find or need to download another copy of the application. And that is the end of this demo. We try to keep it, again, as simple and quick as possible. As Stephen said, we'll be here to help you out. So any kind of questions you have during this process of registering or completing an application, reach out to us, let us know, and I can provide any kind of technical assistance with the portal.
Great. Thank you, Philip. So that is the end of the online portal presentation.